So guys, in my previous video I made a build that we can use the lightning bolt and monoflare Autobomber stuff without Temporalis. This is a really important part that we don't use Temporalis, which would be pretty much needed, but we can solve this with a lot of cooldown reduction. I made this build because I wanted to farm temple crystals really fast, and we can blink under 1 second. That's really nice, and we have the damage to get your crystals and go to the temple. But a lot of people misunderstand that and they want to farm fully juiced maps and 30 million live bosses, and that build guide was, that version was the budgetist, cheapest version that you can achieve this kind of build. And I know a lot of people telling that I spend these 200 divine ores and this doesn't really working, we don't have the 20 million damage for bosses. And guys, first, 200 divine ores in this league is nothing. That's the first thing. One level 20 spirit gem is 60 divine ores. So you need to understand that now that you can farm more divine ores, so you think that you have 100, 200 divine ores, that's a lot. No, it's like having 20 in a previous league, okay? So please understand then that a few hundred divine orbs is nothing. You can farm 100 divine orb in an hour if you are a little bit efficient with your farming. The thing I really like is just go for the towers, put the unique access all maps in the area tablet. You can go for citadels and the citadel fragments. If you fully juice a citadel map and now you are able with this build, then they usually drop 2 fragments and those fragments goes for 7, 8, 9, 10 divine orbs. It's like you are printing divine orbs. But there is the abyss, breach, everything is so expensive, which is not in the temple. It's crazy. This is why they're not worth too much. The biggest advantage of this build that you don't need really expensive chase items. We only have Headhunter, but Headhunter now is like nothing. I think it's under 10 divine orbs, and we don't need any expensive lineage gems. So this is the big advantage of the build. The expensive part is the 5-slot amulet for lightning bolt. That's already 200 divine orbs, and it will be higher in the future. Also, I wanted to thank everyone who subscribed. We crossed the 7,000. Thank you guys very much. Not just crossed, we are already at 7,150. It's crazy. So thank you so much. And now let's see what changed on the build. And now let's see how we should solve the single target problem. So first, I want to just a little bit talk about the core of the build, because there are a few weak-minded person in my previous video. I won't go through the whole build, but this is an auto-bombing build, and you can still kill bosses that you just hit them with spark in the beginning, and if you just run around in the arena, they will die. But because we don't have Temporalis, it's much slower than if you spam spark. Because if you spam spark, the lightning bolt will trigger much frequently, and that's the reason that we need to spam it on bosses, especially on high HP and fully juiced bosses. The damage is much faster, but the auto-bombing works because you need to be under 0.20 cooldown on lightning bolt and have the monoflare super gem in, and it works. And now let's see what changed from the previous stuff. Let's see a much higher version of the build and try to scale up our lightning bolt damage. Actually, the super gems and everything here is the same. The only new stuff is Arctic Armor. It helps you a lot if you're doing juiced maps. You are blinking into the mobs, so this comes handy. So we are using Arctic Armor. If you just run for the temple rooms are a lot of them. There is a lot of empty space, so you can just blink in. For that, you don't need it. For this, you need more spirit. So I have this tribal mask with spirit and the level of all skills. It would be much better with the +4, but that's really expensive, like 800 and stuff. The +2 skills would be huge, maybe later. So this is one change. Then I changed my body armor. Now we have 3 resistance, so I could swap my ring out. We don't need the resist on them, so I just put the Calandra's touch here, and now we have increased cooldown recovery rate also in the second ring, which helps us a lot because now I can put something else on my amulet, and that's really nice. The most of the changes in the super gems and the items is this. Our biggest changes are on the tree. So here I get this node with 2% increase spell damage per 10 strength. We have 230 strength, it's not that much, but we could change a lot of stuff here. I don't have the divine orbs now, but we could change a lot of stuff on the items to have more strength, to scale up our damage, but it's already kind of cool because we are using now the heroic tragedy with Borana, so we will get the gain no inherent bonus from strength. Instead we gain 1% increase energy shield by 2 strength. So when you are up in your strength, then you get damage and you get defense. This is really nice because we can lose a lot of energy shield nodes here. Actually, if we get more strength, then we could lose also these kind of nodes. For me, it's more than enough the 3000 energy shield. I don't need more. If you need more, then you can lose a few damage nodes here and put back your energy shield. For me, I don't need it. And with Oracle, this is really nice. You get these keystones and you can allocate stuff. 40% increase maximum energy shield, 40% elemental damage, 35% spell area damage, 40% lightning damage. It's a really big nodes. It's really nice. So this gives us a lot of plus damage. So for those who want to make this build now, try to get strength in everywhere that you can get. That would be a really big damage boost and defense boost. And you can also lose your defense nodes here because as you can get strength, as I said, you get energy shield also. The other stuff that I do is the Sigil of Power. We were using this on the previous video also, but now I just made it 3 more professional because I put on the weapon set 2 for every area of effect and try to get more skill effect duration. As you can see, Sigil of Power has a 32-second Sigil duration, which is really nice. It will last for the whole fight, and with the plus area nodes everywhere where you can get the area of effect up, the circle is bigger, so you have more room to move when you are on the boss fight. So actually this is kinda it for the build. We have really high stuff. Oh yes, I changed my wand because the 5 lightning skill are nice, and I switched it for critical hit chance. It's better than the critical damage. And try to gain extra cold damage somewhere, because the elemental conflux gave you fire, lightning and cold, and when it's on cold, like it's 10 seconds, it's useless. So that's why you need some cold damage to don't have conflux on useless for 10 seconds. Another big stuff is the mana problem that people were telling me. I don't know how you have mana problems on maps or in the temple. Use mana remnants. You don't need to V-speed that you don't want to use mana remnants, but you have mana problem. That's kind of interesting. You need the mana remnants for maps and the temple. On bosses, it can go down really low, yes. That's why for now, if you want to kill 20 million life bosses, you just switch your unique mana flask to a regular one and drink it. I can provide better solution for it. Drink in the fight and you will have enough mana to spam your spark and your lightning bolt and they will die, but you need to drink your mana potion. I don't want to lose anything for more mana regeneration. So this is it, guys. Let's go for it. This is one of the best builds in the league for speed, for budget and for clear. It's really in the top 5 and we don't need to use Temporalis. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.